What's up, everybody? What's going on? Joshua Tree back here with another video. It's been a while since I've posted a new video. To be honest with you guys, to be vulnerable with you guys, I've been doing a lot of fucking healing work to a heightened degree. So I'm excited to share some of the realizations, breakthroughs that I've experienced in the past, let's say 8 weeks. I've been going real deep. I am a person who values and takes my healing work very serious. And so I just needed to take a break away from making video creation and things like that. So pretty soon I'll be back more consistent with everything. So I do just want to express that to you guys that I am still present. I am still here with you guys. And yeah, just be on the lookout for some more videos, some more content because I'm definitely coming back with it. And for people who are new to my channel, my name is Joshua Tree, and I am I offer services, healing services. I offer energy healing services, spiritual consultations, and as well as breathwork therapy or breath work for most people, what they know it as breath work. And I am also about to be completing my certification in spiritual life coaching. So I'll be taking clients pretty soon for that. So if you're interested in working with me, please leave a comment down below, or you can just look at my information that I have in my bio in my YouTube account, and you can see my information. You can email me, send me a text message, or what have you, and I get back to you as soon as I can. All right, and so let's get into this video because I'm short on time for today. And this video, I'm just gonna get straight into it. You guys know how I get down. I've been working a lot with getting out of, so this is going to be a vulnerable video to a degree. Right now in my life, I'm trying to get out of the space of being in corporate America. I'm ready to quit my fucking job, basically. So for many people, I know that a lot of people have a side business, but they want to make that business their primary business. So of course you have a job, right? And that job that you're working at, you probably don't fucking like nothing about it at all. It doesn't put no life into you. Your heart is not beating when you're there. You know what I'm saying? Metaphorically. And you're just ready to move. You're ready to make a change. You're ready to do something different. And that different thing is you stepping into your purpose. And so, and this is a side note, right? Sometimes when we say we want to get into our life's purpose, I feel like a lot of times we create distance by what this purpose is. And I feel like everything we do it as if we're already in our purpose. So it's kind of like the hero's journey. The hero has to go through many obstacles and to get to this point of, let's say, achievement or conquering his destiny. And one may say, oh, that's his purpose. He's conquered his destiny, or he's defeated the foe that was considered to be the most greatest foe in the region, or whatever. What you notice throughout the hero's journey is that he's going through these obstacles because he is in his purpose. And so I would say this to people who struggle with unemployment. I'm sorry, it struggles with their job, and they like, oh, this is not my purpose. This is not my purpose. This is your purpose. You are in your purpose right now. That job is part of your purpose. It's getting you to where you have to be. It's supporting you in some way, shape, form, and fashion. And if you're conscious enough, hopefully you're conscious enough. And when I say conscious, I mean you're aware enough that those decisions or decisions that you have made prior to working at that job is needed for you to get to the next level in your life. So for me personally, I do drive school buses for a living. So me driving school buses supports me in my journey towards bettering myself and my business. That's an intentional employment. That is an intentional job, occupation that I chose to embark on to help deepen my journey. Okay. So just wanted to share that. So yeah, I'm in a space right now where I'm looking to quit my job, and just like I'm pretty sure everyone else that listens to my channel or views my channel, you guys are going to do the same thing. I had a big breakthrough this morning because I was at work and I was struggling with the children on the bus. Because, like I said, I drive school buses. And I was heated with the children, and I realized, like, this is a constant thing. These children are going to always be fussing. They're going to always be want to fight. They don't listen. They don't do this. I'm constantly have to tell them something over and over and over. So what does that do to the body? That makes the body feel discomfort. It makes the body feel uncomfortable. So then we all have a job. We all have something that we're doing that we don't like to do it, but we have to probably do it for survival reasons. And that those particular reasons for why we're doing it does create discomfort in the body, right? So that's my first point. Second point, I realized, well, Josh, and this is the narrative, right? This is the projection, right? Well, what about putting yourself out there and stepping into your purpose and embodying the thing that you really want to do? How does that feel in the body? You'll notice that that also feels uncomfortable. So you got two scales of discomfort. You have the job that's very discomforting, and you have your purpose, the thing that you want to do, your passion, very discomforting. So now, what outweighs what? Do the job outweigh more than the discomfort of your purpose, or does the purpose outweigh the discomfort of the job? I've noticed something that it doesn't matter if you are in a job and it's so uncomfortable and you hate it versus like getting out into the world and putting your message out there and you hate that too. The reason why you may hate that particular part of your journey or that particular part of yourself, your purpose, the thing you want to do, the thing why you might not find that to be comfortable is because you have to be uncomfortable doing something like that. So if you're a person who is a motivational speaker, you have to get in front of thousands of people to motivate them. That's very uncomfortable. But what I realized, what is more uncomfortable? Doing that or working at a job you don't want to be at, and you have to constantly deal with coworkers, you have to constantly deal, like for me, dealing with children, dealing with staff members, dealing with employees. That's uncomfortable too. That is a form of resistance too. So that's what made me realize, like, hold up, Josh, all you're doing is your comfort, choosing your comfort that you're willing to tolerate. So for a lot of people who are stuck, because this is the part of this whole video, if you're stuck, I want you to pay attention to what you say you want to do and what you don't want to do, and pay attention to the level of resistance. Why are you so resistant towards the thing that you want to do versus the thing that you are doing currently that provides resistance, but you're staying in that resistance, right? You have not left that resistance. You have not tried to move beyond that resistance. You know in your heart of hearts that you want to get out there in the world and talk to people. You want to be out there and educate people. You want to be out there and inspire people. But why are you not doing it? Why are you not doing it? Because it's uncomfortable. You feel a bit of a pushback when you think about doing that. But at the same time, you got a job that you don't like and you're staying in it and you're complaining about it and you don't like it because it's very uncomfortable, but you're staying in it. Why are you staying in it? That's what made me realize, like, oh, this is a familiarity. I am familiar with this discomfort. I am familiar with this uncomfortability. I'm not familiar with going out there in the world and try to impact the world. I don't know what that feeling feels like. I don't know what it feels like to talk to millions of people and constantly show up for people and constantly pour out to people. That feels uncomfortable. And I'm not familiar with that discomfort. That is a element of the unknown. So we stick to things that we're familiar with versus the things that we're unfamiliar with, regardless of the level of discomfort. A person will literally saturate themselves in misery because it's very comfortable to them. It's very familiar to them, but they will never saturate themselves in something that they've been called to do, such as their purpose, because it's not familiar to them and it is not comfortable for them. But when you think about it, every single thing that we have done in life, we never knew the outcome of how the circumstance would happen. When you first got your job, that was an unknown variable in that. You didn't know what the hell was going to happen when you started working your first job. If it was 15, 16, 13, 18, 21, 22, that was an unknown variable. You just knew that you had to get a job because you had to pay a bill. You had to survive. And so you took the risk, you took the unknown into equation, and you stepped up and you started working at a place that you know shit about. When it comes down to our purpose, we don't really know how it's going to play out. All we know is that this is something that we're passionate about. But why is it that that passion is not enough to take us out of our comfort zone of doing something that we don't want to do and step directly into something that we really want to do? This would made me realize that I'm too much in my fucking head and not enough in my heart. My heart doesn't fear me stepping out into the world, me being passionate, me speaking to people, me helping people. My heart doesn't fear that because I'm so passionate about it. I'm so passionate about it. My mind does. My mind is constantly resistant to every single thought, every single experience, every single interaction with someone is giving me all this mental resistance. And so I'm identifying with the way my mind is presenting me with all these thoughts and all these narratives, that is my compass. So I'm listening to my mind, listening to my thoughts, and that's what's preventing me from wanting to step out of this bullshit that I'm in and get into what I really love to do. It don't make sense. If you love to say speak to people, or you love to help people heal, or you love to help people with financial literacy, if that's your passion, but you're working at a job, a 9 to 5 to pay your bills, granted, I understand, pay your motherfucking bills, do what you got to do. But at the same time, you know that your heart is in doing something XYZ. The process, yes, there's a process to getting to these spaces and places in our lives that we deem that's what we really want to do. But I encourage you, and this is my message, I encourage you to pay attention. How are you moving in that space? Are you doing things that seems like you're moving the needle a little bit further, or are you doing things that seems like you think you're doing something? So in other words, if you know that you got to create a website, and you got that on your agenda, you have that on your list of things to do, but rather than doing a website, you look at your emails all day from different courses that you take in, or you get on social media and you talk love and this and that, and you talk about that, and you might say I got my services and blah, 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 but you ain't got no website for nobody to come get you, for nobody to come book you. It's like we're not doing the rec thing that we know we need to do. We're doing everything around it. Be mindful of the resistance that you are feeling towards the thing that you want to do. Is it because you don't want to take that leap of faith because it is a feeling of uncertainty, versus the reason why we stay in the positions and places and states of existence that we stay in is because it's certainty that we feel? It's logical to stay in a place that we have known for so long, that we have developed some type of relationship with. It's illogical to do something that we know nothing about. So if we're living from how the mind perceives things, it will keep us stagnant. But if you lead with your fucking heart, because the heart has more intelligence than the fucking mind, you'll notice that your heart doesn't feel fear. It's this mind of yours that's telling you don't do this, don't do that. So that's what made me realize that we will stay in one place for an extremely long time because it is familiar to us, regardless of how discomforting, how miserable, how sad, how depressed we are. We will stay in that. We will saturate ourselves in that. We will go swimming. We will go deep sea diving into that shit. because it's very familiar. We will never dive deep into the unknown. We don't know what the unknown is. But like I said before, you never knew what the unknown was. Everything that you did since you was a child, it was considered to be the unknown. You started walking, you started talking, you started playing with stuff, you started interacting with things. All these things are variables of the unknown. We did not know. And as we interact with it, as we had experiences with it, we start to become familiar with the things around us. This is the same mindset that we should be carrying towards our purpose or the thing that we want to do. We don't know how it's going to turn out. But what we do know, we only stick to what we know. We don't go to what we don't rely on what we don't know. No one does that. We want to rely on what we do know. And what we do know is that our fucking heart lights up when we talk about the things that we're passionate about. That's what we do know. That's enough to take us over the edge and fucking take a leap. I get it. I get it. We may not take that leap because we don't really know if we're going to generate the money that we need for survival. So we'll take the unknown variable of working at a job that we know shit about, but we know we need to make a check at the end of the day because it's all about survival. When you get into your business, they always tell you, starting as an entrepreneur, it's going to be slow in the beginning. You're not going to have clients. The money not going to come in fast enough. You got to be patient. In our minds, we're like, bro, I ain't got time to be waiting on that money. I need some money right now. Let me just stick to this job because it has security in it. But the funny thing about that, the humor in that is that you will never get the bread that you want from your fucking from your business if you don't start. So if we're constantly on the wave of like, in the beginning, you don't really make the money like that. So what's the point? What's the point of just not taking a step further? Because if you don't take no steps, you're never going to make no money. You still got to take a step further. You still got to take a step regardless of the fact if you're not going to make a high amount of money in return. You still have to get the ball rolling so the money can start to come. Entrepreneurship route is different from a traditional job. It builds up different from a traditional job. It's set up different from a fucking traditional job. So we're carrying the same mindset like, well, I'm trying to get all the money at the same time. I'm trying to get it as soon as I get my LLC. If we're thinking like that, we would never get no money. We don't want to go down the journey of seeing what that looks like. But I encourage you to start. You hear that shit all the time. You just got to have an idea and start. That's what the fuck I'm saying right now. Have an idea, have a passion, have a heart, and just start. Look at that. It fucking rhymes. Just start with what you have. Don't give me the perfectionist. I don't want to hear that shit. Don't give me the I don't have my camera. I need a camera crew. I don't have my uniform. I don't have my LLC. I don't have a great phone. I don't have a tripod. I don't have great lighting. I don't have a tapestry. I don't have people who I can actually work with. I don't hear none of that. You have everything you need. We're comparing ourselves to everything outside of ourselves, and everything that we want to do, other people are already doing it. And so we feel like they got all the fame, they got all the glory. What they got, I ain't got. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get the camera. I'm going to get the camera crew. I'm going to get the sofas. I'm going to get everything that I need. And then I'm going to put my information out. That is creating a fucking delay. Perfection will kill you. Why would you want to perfect it? Disapply action, and over time, it becomes perfection. You cannot perfect something you have never done yet. We're literally like, ooh, let me see something. I'm going to add a little detail right there. I'm going to put a little. You ain't even start yet. You don't even have a canvas. And you over there thinking in your mind, I'm going to do it like that. I'm going to do it like this. Oh, matter of fact, I'm gonna get that certain color because that color that I get is gonna hit. You don't even got a fucking paintbrush. Allow your heart to guide you. It is more intelligent than the fucking mental. It is more intelligent than your thoughts. It has more neural activity than the fucking brain. This is a scientific fact. So I said all that to say the discomfort that we feel at the job, the certain part of our life that we hate, cannot outweigh the purpose or the calling or the thing that we want to do. If we basing it off of discomfort, if we basing it off of uncomfortability, if you feel that strong resistance towards the thing that you want to do, know that it's not coming from your heart. It's coming from you being in your fucking mind too much. Your heart, when you bring your awareness to your heart, bring your awareness to how you feel when you know you want to do that thing you want to do. If I want to talk in front of millions of people about the thing that I'm passionate about, I don't feel fear in that. I feel like, oh shit, I got an opportunity to talk to a million people about the things that I love to talk about. That's excitement. That's passion. That's drive. That's not this, oh shit, I don't know what to do. That's not that. That's your mind doing that. Familiarity is a fucking curse. You get familiar with something else and then you get attached to it and then you get fixated in it and then you become rooted in it and then you become still. There's no fucking movement. You get familiar with something to enough to where you master it to the point where you have so many experiences with it that you move the fuck on. Let me get off this mic. All right. So I just want to share this with you guys. I hope this message resonates with some of you people because I know a lot of y'all are looking to quit your motherfucking job. I know a lot of y'all are looking to get into y'all shit. So this is encouragement. Um, let me know if y'all with me with this message. Send me a fire flame in the comment section. Of course, for people who are new to me and people who are not, y'all already know I check all the comments. I check everything that you guys put down below to try to create more of that connection. And of course, if you guys have some video ideas, I'll try my best to make sure I bring that to the forefront for you guys. But let me get off here because I got stuff I need to do. But I love you guys, and I will talk to you soon. Peace.